Oh, hey, hi, hello, welcome on, and thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. We're going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing tonight as we go ahead and hop right back into our fantastic story. And we'll go ahead and start with Travis.
I'm Travis. I'm playing Sprax, the Trashmander Kevlana.
Ooh,
The Spunk Master.
huh? Next up, we got Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'll be playing Krusik Voidbringer. Oh wow, I gotta get in here. Destroyer of Effigies. Ah!
You just have a text document.
Meteorites Prime of the Sixth Sun. And I guess we're gonna add Unmaker of the Alloy Ooze.
Wow.
Alloy Ooze.
I just need you to start have that as a text document that you can just pull
Yeah,
up
I
whenever.
totally need to. I'm normally better prepared than this. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's only gonna show
Yeah, it's
in
gonna
your
just keep
quarterly
growing.
review.
Damn it.
When we talk about contracts, we'll talk about it.
Okay, fine.
Contract?
Oh, this is awkward. Next up, we have Rob.
Hi everyone, I'm Rob. I'm playing Adraxel Mezcretor, a Sharon Witch Warper, and I'm looking forward to when we log on to the stream and your whole video is just, you can't see Justin anymore, it's just the title.
Yes.
I need to make a scroll that just comes up over my face. And...
It's just like a Star Wars scroll that's right next to you that's just constantly rolling of your title.
Where we're going, there are no character limits.
I know you can see our table. Next up, we have Donnie.
I'm Donnie. I'm playing Rami Fasola, the Patra Rhythm Mystic, the Master of Jazz, the Sultan of Soul, the Cat of Cool,
The King of Swing.
King of Swing.
Don't mean a thing. You got that swing.
Allegedly. And last but not least, we have Warren.
Hi, I'm Warren, and I am playing a Skittermander with two big guns, goes by the name of Vito Calito.
Any titles you would like to add to that, Vito Calito?
I mean, technically, Vito Calito is sort of a title, right? Because the Skittermanders just keep adding names, which I low-key think Krusik stole from me as a tribute to, maybe deep down he thinks Skittermanders are pretty cool.
The wonderful race of Skittermander.
Don't taste very good, so
Gotta take something from them because it's not their taste.
you gotta keep them around. You know, they're not good.
They keep offering.
They're not good eating.
So last episode, guys, we had a painful combat for some of you, as there were many saw blades and other sharp objects that were flinging around magically and causing some issues for some of you guys. Some of you, trying to run away from them as best as you can, looking for the magical off switch, while others took a much more bold strategy of sticking your arm in there and letting all the bits just hit you and trying to pull them out piece by piece. Both seemingly be effective in some capacity. But as the party was in the process of fighting this fair fluid ooze, Adraxel was able to go ahead and find the magical object that was keeping these things moving around. It was able to go ahead and disable it. And have everyone sort of focus in on the fluid and dispatch it quite quickly once those were dealt with. But we are picking up right after this combat has ensued. The ooze is still wet, guys, as you guys had just picked up.
Is Ferrofood
Sprax.
wet? So
It's a good question.
Ferrofluid, that's like metallic metal.
But it's an ooze form, so probably.
Quick
What?
question I may not want the answer to.
Okay.
How's my shield?
Mm.
Did you didn't shield block O's in the
No,
It was in the
it got
thing.
got. It got got.
It did.
Oh well, you didn't shield block with it, so
It did indeed get.
Technically,
Actually, did get eaten up, but it looks like after the fluid that seemed to be holding itself together with this magnetic field that kept it around. Once that sort of died and went away, the magnetic field that was holding this ooze together went away, and now it's become a puddle of this metallic fluid that is on the ground. Your shield sits among it, still seemingly intact.
cool. I pick it up and test it to see if it works.
It does indeed work.
God's damn it, Sprax. What kind of junkyard did you take us to?
I took you to the trash chute, and you all were the ones that were like, let's go in here. And then I'm the one that got blended up. So I don't know if that makes a difference to you. I just don't think that this is all my fault. I think it's maybe 60-40 my fault. You know what I mean?
I thought you had fast hands. I wouldn't have told you to put your hands in the blender. I thought your hands were going to get all blended up.
Yeah, that's a good point. They were slow hands today. But you know what? Tomorrow they're going to be better. Tomorrow I got fast hands. Today I got slow hands. But we just got to keep that in your mind moving forward.
Well, the next time I give you an order, just be your own man, and follow your own voice.
Okay. I mean, I've never been good at that. So I'll try.
Anything else in that that ooze pile?
My shield works.
As you're sort of digging through, there looks like there's like bits and pieces of different metal that was surrounding in the junkyard that this thing was hiding in when it left and jumped to start the combat here. But nothing that seemed to be of value or like a weapon or anything else inside. It just seemed to be bits of shrapnel of metal that was sort of inside.
It's just a bunch of junk in this junkyard.
Weirdly
Yeah,
accurate.
hopefully. Hey, I'm gonna take a minute and I'm gonna go look around and see if you've got any other surprises.
I just got it. Excellent, Patra.
So I'd like to walk around and cast Detect Magic and see if we got everything.
Yeah.
And I'll spend 10 minutes. So I'll do a heal thing, thingamabob on Sprax's hands. Sprax, let me see if I can fix you up there.
Yeah, these two got blended up. These two here. If you could, anything you could do about that would be great.
You can do a treat wounds. Gotcha. Let me see if I can do this the right way.
Then we got to go find Nick, right?
Nick? Oh yeah, NikkNakk. That's
I guess I don't know if he wants to be called by his old name, but
Seth was the one that talked to Jules.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Seth's got all the info. Yeah, we're here to find NikkNakk. I don't see him. That heal check, by the way, looks like a success. That was a 20 on a DC 15.
Yep.
And it rolled the healing for me.
2d8 for an 8.
So you can take that 8. I think I targeted.
Doesn't look like it. It looks like they just have to press the apply healing button.
Oh. What happens if you hit that apply healing button?
I don't. Oh, right here. No, I'm wounded. I don't see an apply healing button.
It's on the chat.
I see. Ferrofluid ooze takes 5 damage. Just my most recent chat. Did you roll it to me? Are we on the same team?
maybe refresh because I see 2 things on there too.
I don't know if
and the healing.
I targeted you and then rolled it. I don't know how that works. It might just be for whoever clicks to apply healing. But anyway, wrapped up your bandages. Give you a slap on the bum.
Good call.
Nice injection. Don't want tetanus.
I don't. That's. I didn't like that very much. I prefer not to be touched in the butt area. My gluteus stay away from his. Sorry
It's
about
more
that.
for. It's not.
Was
for
that
the
medical?
tetanus shot. It was for the tetanus shot.
Oh, it was medical. Okay, my bad.
Maybe skittermenders don't need that, but where I come from, you need a little pat on the bottom to let the tetanus go through.
I don't think that's quite how that works.
was
With
gonna
the
say,
detect
I'm not a
magic,
doctor.
I need to figure out
I
if
know
that's
field
real,
medicine.
or if that's maybe a superstition.
definitely a medicine check.
I'm not very learned either. This is a wisdom skill.
Exactly.
I learned my skills through wisdom, and this has always worked.
So therefore, 100% accurate and true.
Looks like it worked when you clicked that button. That's
Yeah.
It sure did.
good to know.
That is definitely not true. If it makes you feel any better, Draxel, you can keep that knowledge how you would like.
I think Draxel is looking very confused for a minute, and then is like, nah, okay.
As you are walking around with your detect magic, only one place seems to be emanating a sort of magic aura, and that is the house itself that you guys are walking next to. And I'll go ahead and ping this one here.
So yeah, I think Adraxel will finish his circuit and come back after Remy's done some healing and address the group, and you all hear in your heads, so the house, right? That's the only thing left, and it seems like there's something in there.
Let's go knock on a door.
All right, that sounds good to me.
There's something magic, so could be a trap.
No, hell no. I stuck my hand in too many traps today. Somebody else go.
Okay, I'll go. Vito will open the door Vito style.
What is Veto style? Asking for a friend.
What kind of door are we talking about?
It is a metal door that looks like it slides.
Well, that's really unfortunate because I wanted to kick it open.
Mm.
So Vito goes up like he's going to kick
You
it
can
open.
still
and then
try if you
realizes-
would like.
No, he realizes it slides, and that's just not practical.
Yeah, it's like
The
trying
space
to.
technology kind of ruins that vibe
Yeah,
a bit.
a little bit.
Imagine Darth Vader kicking a door open. You can't.
That would
He
be
doesn't-
awesome.
You can't.
I feel like if hinges existed in Darth Vader's universe, we'd all be in a lot more trouble because he would just knock all the doors off their hinges.
Or just use the force to remove the hinges.
Yeah, Vito will just pull the door open the proper way.
You go ahead and slide it from left to right. As the door opens. The magical presence that you were having disappears as soon as the door opens.
That was weird.
Is that a good thing?
Who knows?
The magic stopped. I don't know why.
Skittermender, hit the deck.
I hit the deck.
You
Wait,
are
what?
Trashmender.
Oh, my bad. Nope, that's my bad. I didn't know about that.
Nope. Vito is already on his belly, flat.
While you guys are all around this door, Ramey's still kind of off to the side wherever he was treating Sprax, and he's got his coil gun, his singing coil guitar, and started to tune it and hum it off to the side. So if this next interaction takes 10 minutes, it's going to be a refocus for me.
Heard.
Nothing like attacks anybody when the magic stops, right?
Nope, just the magic stops as Vito hits the deck.
I think if it was dangerous, I probably wouldn't have had time to explain that. But I'll take a look.
It may have been on a delay.
Fireball.
That's
no.
true. That's true. I'll go look. I'd like to go and see if I can do some sort of inspection of the room here. I think
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the move. I'm investigating.
Do the
The
move.
Draxel investigates. As Raimi is tuning, he's narrating. Just be a search.
Yeah.
See perception.
What is
But I
happening?
think it's secret one, right?
I'm just tuning.
I don't know.
Yeah, secret
That
one.
wasn't me. What was that?
I don't either. It's just it's been happening a couple of times now.
That was not me.
I sort of love it though. I gotta be honest.
Sorry, just get.
So there was like a sweet beat before it, right?
No, it was a timer, like it was a ticking bomb, like a tick, tick,
Oh, okay.
tick, like it was a
I'm
countdown, and
starting
then
to
it hit
jam out. I was
zero,
like, all right, give me that baseline. Let's go.
and then it hit zero. Then it was the bum, bum, bum.
I haven't touched anything.
Looking through,
You know
like,
these coils. These seem coils. They're kind of like a mix between like a guitar and a keyboard,
I think
a laser gun.
I think Vito has gone to sleep. I think his time with Kruthic has been like, if you hit the deck, you go to sleep because you never know when it's gonna come again. So yeah, I think he's out.
Okay, perfect. You can't click that. Wait, Adraxel, can you see what you rolled?
Nope.
Okay, cool. That's neat. I love that.
I hope it wasn't bad. But you asked.
Yep.
You asked, which makes me think it's on one of the extremes.
No, I was just wondering. I was just curious if it did because it said like the GM attempts to see the single secret, and then I put it in there, and I see that that you rolled it, but I wasn't sure if it showed on your side or not. So I was just asking for just case.
Oh my God, can you see that roll? No reason.
No reason. Asking for a friend.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. How many hit points do you have? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So you go ahead and enter.
Focus for the next hour.
Enter into.
Oh, need more healing.
This relatively poorly lit room, but you do see there is a rather large engine that this Yosoki is elbows deep inside of, jamming out to some loud music that you can hear over the headphones that are over his ears. Doesn't seem to have noticed that you are here or that the door was opened in any sort of capacity, just working hardcore. There is a computer in the right corner of the room that looks like is currently locked, but like you said, it's small cot in the corner, parts that are sort of thrown about haphazardly throughout this for little inventions or one thing or another. But yeah, you do see this Yosoki standing up on a ladder that's sort of propped up with an engine that's also sort of held up by a pulley, and he's sort of just working on this engine, not noticing you.
I guess I'd like to telepathy at him. Hey, are you Nick?
He just looks up towards the ceiling, looks over. Oh,
Down. Behind you.
He takes the headphones out.
That probably doesn't help or hurt, but
Definitely taken aback by the excuse me, Sheeran that was just talking to them telepathically. Yeah, I'm NikkNakk.
Oh, okay. You do like to go by NikkNakk. Okay. Hi, NikkNakk. We are here on behalf of I shouldn't be talking to you. Hey, there's more of us outside. Can you come out and talk?
Yeah, yeah. He just climbs down the ladder as it begins to like fold in upon itself, and then go into the floor. As he heads through the front door, and he's maybe like 2.5, 3 feet tall, as he's beginning to head out towards the front door.
I found NikkNakk.
Oh. Okay, great. Good to see you again, NikkNakk.
Mm,
Remember me?
unfortunately,
From out there?
Yeah. You're the stand-up guy, right?
Well, yeah, retired, but yeah, that's me. I did that. You never tipped me, but I don't hold it against you. That's fine. We don't care too much. Anyway, we're here for some reason. I don't know what it is, but we're here for it.
Jules Akama sent us.
Ah, Jules Akama, yes. About a payment, a job. What did he send you for?
I think it was a job, wasn't it? Did we come for a job, fellas? What are we doing?
Came for a job.
Then a job I have for you.
I hope it's not feeding your ooze.
My what?
Huh? Never mind.
Oh, okay.
You had a Ferris ooze and some animated blades that greeted us when we got here.
Oh, that's new.
Oh, good. It wasn't
Oh.
like a pet or anything. Okay.
I mean, it's old at this point. None of those are functioning now, but
Oh, I mean that's fine then. I'm glad you guys took care of him. Appreciate you guys.
That's new.
Yeah, no,
You
I
don't
mean,
often have magical wearing junk in your yard.
nah. I did just get this shipment from Adari not too long ago, so
Everybody's always getting shipments around here.
yeah, it's sort of what you do at Epsilon Station.
Nobody checked the shipments.
Well, I knew there
Or
were
they just
magical objects inside of it. I just don't know what they did.
By the way, who ships junk?
Trash trucks?
one
Yeah,
man's
scrap
junk is another
ships?
man's treasure.
Scrap
I
ships?
might need a number of one of those. That's what we should be doing. We should be shipping trash. That's what we should be doing.
Let me find a barrel we can launch you into space.
Oh, come on now.
You are Trashmander.
That's fair.
really leaning into that name.
As much as your entrepreneurship is singing a tune, I don't think it's the tune Mael has sent me to find.
What me and my business associates are trying to say is we are not interested in shipping the trash as a career, but we are here for a job. Is there
Well,
something you had in mind?
I do, actually. Do you guys have a record? Perchance? Clean slate?
I've cut 7 records.
I
Oh,
once set a record at one of the pubs back in Pulonis for most number of cred sticks into the cup without missing.
I meant more of like a criminal background.
Of
Oh.
course not.
No.
I'm new here. So no.
All right.
Fact
Well,
worlds?
anywhere,
doesn't
really. No, okay. So I heard from a friend that, and he sort of, obviously no one is around, but take a good look around, make sure no one else is listening. Heard from a friend that the local Abadar Corp bank branch is operating with a skeleton crew currently. And with everything going on, the Corp's security force is pretty much most place else on the station. My job for you is a little bit of a heist.
So your question about the record, our not having one is a hindrance here.
Or it could be good, so you're not on people's radars when you're walking through.
But also
still
don't
use
have
radars?
experience robbing corps or banks.
First time for everything.
Technically,
No,
you only
no.
get a record for robbing if you're bad at it.
The Skitterman just got a point.
I'm sure it's not robbing from everyone's point of view. What are we stealing? I mean, what are we procuring? Maybe there's held against their own will.
I like where your head's at. What you say your name was again?
You could call me Raimi.
Raimi. Well, there's a lot of things, but I'm saying that if you happen to go and break into the vaults and grab some metal bars, I think there's even some old gold coins.
And these are family heirlooms of someone's
I'm sure they could
who's
be.
been wrongly disavowed by this church or
Church.
bank.
Actually, you have the wrong corp.
Church bank. Some people's churches are banks. Let's be honest.
No,
Sorry, I got church on my mind. I don't know why.
look, I really hate Abadar Corp because of their pharmaceutical price fixings. And Starfinder Society blew that wide open, but no one's doing anything about it. And there's a lot of people down here that need medical assistance and can't afford it. So I'm not even
Now
trying to
you're
get it
seeing
for
my
me, but I'm just trying to take some money from that company and redistribute it so people can afford what they need.
Does that
would like
seem
to press
legit?
Out.
You can absolutely go ahead and roll a secret. What's the judge
Insight?
intentions? But yeah, insight. Thank you. Jeez.
Since motive, I think it's still called.
Ooh, I might be right.
That's all. It's
It's all the same.
Right.
Ear.
fine.
Sorry, what am I rolling now?
I think it's sense motive. I believe it is.
Oh,
It might
it's
be
a
insight.
perception.
Is it perception?
Oh, that's right.
there's
It's just
a- there-
perception. Yeah.
Oh,
There's no insight.
Mm,
I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3.
I've been playing all the systems.
I clicked on my perception above, so it would be secret.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Mm,
You want this to be blind to the GM
It's
Yeah.
not blind.
or
but-
private?
I sent mine blind to the GM, but it was not blind to me.
It also was not blind to me, if it makes you feel any better. Private.
It should be I did private GM roll. It should be a blind GM roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So which one?
Okay.
Here's sense motive, by the way. Sense motive is the action.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
We all squint at the same time.
Just, Except for Sprax. Sprax is like, no, this guy's lit. Um, You-
Honestly, even if he's lying, I think Raimi feels that his argument was like, that's actually good enough. Even if it's not how you feel, I now feel that way.
no, you all truly believe that he is being genuine. You guys did hear about the Starfinder. Those of you who have been on in the Pact Worlds, but specifically Absalon Station, long enough, did hear about the story of the allegations of Abadar Corp doing pharmaceutical price fixings. Price fixing. That was done through a heavy investigation through the Starfinder Society.
I think I recall hearing about that Starfinder's investigation. Those damn pharmaceutical companies are always getting away with price gouging. It's basically murder. People need these meds.
I agree. And look, most of this is going to go to the locals, but obviously, you guys are doing the hard work, so you guys will get a cut of it.
Do you receive a cut?
No, I do not.
Interesting.
And I'm in town, new in town. I think we all are. Can't just be putting our necks on the line. As good of a cause it is. What are you offering that was enticing enough for Jules to come asking for our help?
If I was saying you guys could have as a total 300 credits worth of stuff you bring back. And any other
So the stuff we
pieces that you
steal, we
find.
get to keep some.
Yeah, you guys get a split of. You guys get a cut of what you steal.
Hey, Rami, I don't get it. Why don't we just keep all of it?
Because these people on the inside are obviously going to help us. Because if we were capable of robbing this place on our own, we don't need them. The cause would still be just as successful. So, how are you going to help us, NikkNakk?
That's a good question.
You got names, you got people on the inside. Directions.
A blueprint, an address. We'll take anything at this point.
I mean,
A
I know
bank account?
I could tell you where it is. That I can do.
What is the time frame for the short staffing?
That is a very, very good question. Because do you guys mind taking this conversation aside? It's all my computer locked in.
I will not comfortably fit in there.
Are you a cop?
Do I look like one?
You have to tell him if you are.
Is there
That's
somebody waiting for us
actually
inside that little house?
That's a common misconception. They don't have to tell you.
I mean, ask your Sheeran friend over there. They went inside. Was there anyone else in there?
Me, but neither of us are there now.
See?
I thought you had a magic tickle
A what?
before you kicked the door open.
There was some sort of magic going on, but it stopped when the door was open. I don't know what it was. Could have been any number of things.
That was an alarm.
Oh.
Because I was listening to music, it just put it up. So
Checks out. I know that spell. I know it. I'm
You
not
know of
prepared
it.
for it.
I mean, guys, it sounds like there's people in need.
Yeah.
But obviously, getting caught will wreck the whole plan. So one shouldn't do that as he begins to walk towards towards his house. So I mean, I wouldn't super plan for an armed robbery. I mean, you guys could, I guess, if you guys want to. But I definitely think
We have
infiltration.
plenty of arms to go around.
True. Would be helpful for grabbing multiple things. But I think of infiltration might be a little bit better to get past the security and into the vaults. You get caught or things get too loud, they may lock down the vaults a little more securely.
I know how you can help us, NikkNakk, and it wouldn't cost you a thing. Perhaps. Maybe you can help us.
I mean, I do know a little bit the automated security that might be in the vault. So, definitely don't leave your weapons at home, is all I'm saying. There is some automatons that are inside.
That is, about the weapons. You've been in Nakaton a long time? You know the establishments, the owners?
And Little Akaton here?
Yes.
Been here for a while.
Well, as I said earlier, we're all new.
Mhm.
Is there a place where we could arm ourselves a little better? We know Moon Puncher
Mm-hmm.
and Sunny Six, but we're not interested in, well, knickknacks and.
Oh, I think you are interested in NikkNakks. He goes up to his computer and slides over to the keyboard and begins typing. And you guys can all hear on the inside of the walls mechanical turning and gears moving as the door next to him opens up to a full-scale armory. In out-of-game terms, you guys can purchase up to level 4 items, armor, and weapons from NikkNakk.
Now we're talking. I'm gonna grab the little tiny one. Makes a little chirping sound.
I got all sorts of stuff here, if you're not, and they all look like they're in very pristine condition. So if there's anything you guys want to buy, 4th level or under, as far as weapons or armor, NikkNakk is your person to buy from.
Yeah, I want some armor.
I think we're.
How much money have we got?
We got a pretty good stash. We could probably afford. What is our stash? We have 575 in our stash. So between 6 of us, plus whatever we all have in our person. Oh, we also have these mag boots we picked up from Sunny Sixes. Does anybody want those? To claim those? They give you a +1 to athletics checks to climb metal surfaces. And a +1, and as well as a +1 item bonus to your fortitude or reflex DC against attempts to reposition, shove, or trip. So those might be good for Sprax when you're standing on those.
I'd wear those.
Because Sprax, if you end up trying to trip someone, which is an athletics check, you'll get a +1 to that DC.
Yeah.
Or yeah. And if we're in 0 gravity, yeah, you can walk on metal. Anyway, that's in the stash. You can drag and drop that to your inventory. Forgot all about
It
that.
seems like it takes no time at all for armor to get really prohibitively expensive.
Yeah, how much is one upgrade?
Well, since he's wearing none.
That one's
The armor,
cheap.
the
The
base
second
armor is
upgrade.
probably pretty cheap.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a drink while you guys are looking up these stuff here.
We'll
The
talk
second
about it. So what do
upgrade
you think
is
of this?
a filtered rebreather or a radiation buffer, which are 150 and 130 respectively.
Would you have light armor proficiency?
Yeah.
And what's your dex? Because you could probably really.
+1.
So. You have good strength?
No.
1 or 0?
0.
0. So yeah, you're kind of you might as well just stick with the flight suit. Let's see, that's AC bonus 0. Oh, the Abadar travel suit's just as good as anything. It's 10 credits. Without a high dex, the armored coat's a good choice because it's flexible, so you don't take the penalty to anything but stealth, pretty much. And that'll give you +2 AC plus your dex. Might be your best bet. But I think tactical improvement's level 5, so we can't really upgrade any armor.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, I don't really need a weapon upgrade, but I would take like a one-handed like gun.
Also, if it wasn't noted, and I'm sorry if this hurts you there, Rob, anything Abadar Corp related is not going to be found from NikkNakks.
No, noted.
Just because he does not like that company at all.
Weird.
Big pharma and all.
Is it?
Is it weird?
I was gonna say, does he have spell gems? Probably not.
No, it's just armor and weapons.
Yo, NikkNakk, where are your highly intelligent spell gems?
Don't got those here?
A tactical weapon improvement, which is basically a +1, is 350 credits, level 2. So that probably wouldn't be good for the Draxel and Raimi, but anyone else, you could probably afford spare a few creds for that. Or our martial friends. And then I know Seth has like 3 guns.
Yeah,
but
Seth has 85,000 weapons.
I don't need like a +1 gun, but I do think it'd be nice to have like a one-handed gun. So I can probably just buy one or take one of Seth's. Hey Seth, what do you think if I have
Fuck
guns
off.
and a bunch of ammo?
I forget for Starfinder, the +1 is what's that called?
It's +1 tracking. So it's called tactical. Is +1. For weapons, it's level 2. For armor,
You said it's 5, right?
it's level 5. I don't think it's called tactical though. It is called tactical. There's also a level 5 tactical shield upgrade. But for weapons, it's level 2 +1 tracking, which gives, I think it's basically the same thing as like a potency rune.
Yeah, so that ought to be pretty affordable, right?
350.
350?
Mm-hmm.
That's 35 silver, I think.
Yeah.
How much is it in Pathfinder?
350
Oh
copper.
yeah, 35. Oh yeah, so that's not bad.
Yeah. Try to find tracking. I mean, I know it does +1 attack, probably +1 damage.
So he said that there's like
Well, it
droids
shouldn't be
that
+1
guard
damage,
the
just
safe. Is
+1
that
attack.
correct?
Yeah, there, and it's inside
I
of
think
it.
it
There
doesn't
is He starts, as you guys are sort of looking at the armory. He pulls up a hidden drive and begins to open it up.
Area attacks increase the DC by 1.
Inside the vault, yes, there's a couple of laser turrets. There's also a laser web, but there's usually a security robot on the inside.
Do you have anything that will specifically help us deal with them? Sounds like they're all automatons. Anything that would shut them down, short circuit their systems.
I mean, you can, for the most part, computers can disable the turrets and the laser web if you can find a terminal to get to. You may also be able to use some, I don't know how acrobatic you guys are, but acrobatic your way around the web or craft. And you may be able to craft a jammer to turn off the turrets. But as far as the robot goes, nah, it's less of a device and more of a security drone. It's not really something you take down by disabling it more than, disabling with lasers or whatnot.
I find no humor in your words.
Well, then you're not trying hard enough.
I love how Krusik
I
doesn't
mean-
fuck around unless Krusik is fucking around.
Exactly. It's very Vescarium of him.
Is there any weapon that's known to be particularly useful against like drones and androids and stuff?
I would say they're probably vulnerable. We could do it. We don't have to metagame. We could do a knowledge check.
Yeah, do a hidden knowledge check for me. Yeah.
But I'd say I do know they're probably vulnerable to like electricity. Or maybe they're- I
hidden
don't know, maybe
recall
they're resistant.
knowledge.
I feel like some games are like technology is resistant to electricity. Crafting.
Recall knowledge. Big fan. Big fan.
Would warfare knowledge be applicable in this case? Warfare lore?
Sorry, I'm looking at it.
I don't think there's any space robot wars.
But I mean, still, like
Actually-
in combat
Variety.
training, you know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would probably look at different types
The
of
droid
targets. and-
wars.
The
Tactics.
droid wars. Beep beep boop bop. Actually, yes, it does.
Yeah.
Roll that
Okay.
in as what was it? Is that secret or no blind? Right.
Blind.
Yeah. Roll that blind
Yeah.
for me. Anyone who would like to recall knowledge.
Computers, Arcana.
Um. Arcana. Based off those two.
What do you want to know?
Talking about weaknesses or
Is there a type of weapon that would be better against automated defense? Is electricity good against robots?
yeah.
And from there, it's sort of a which variant of +8 do I get?
Yeah, exactly. All of the +8.
I was supposed to be blind. Now we know you crit it. Jesus.
Jesus. That's why we can't have
Sorry.
nice hidden things.
No, we know Josh
Anyone
is
opposed
just straight
to
up
me
lying
spending
to us.
Exactly.
Anyone opposed to me spending 70 of our money?
I think we got it.
No, I don't mind it.
Down.
Do it.
It's really.
Go ahead.
I think I think from now on we should probably just divvy it up when it's given to us. I think there's a button for that. But we basically all have 100 credit from what we have in the stash. I don't know. It's kind of complicated.
No,
How do you be fair with money?
you don't. Thus be Abadar Corporation.
I got spells. I don't really need weapons.
See, now we're talking.
But I need spell
Yep.
gems.
See? Always need foci. Krusik, as you're sort of thinking back, the let's see here. Sorry, I'm looking over the stats real quick. As you're sort of looking back to it, the warfare that you sort of had your piece in within the Vescarium, a lot of those
Mhm.
drones did not have any sort of electricity weakness to them. But but had more of damage that was done by laser, so technically fire, were their weakness. And a Draxel. As you're sort of thinking back to this, and your encounters so far, the evidence of like magical electric attacks definitely seem to be super effective to these robots, and different kinds. And they definitely have some sort of weakness to electricity that you were able to see with your magic, or have seen with magic being used against them. As long as it was electricity, it seemed to actually have a pretty big impact on there. So yeah.
I do have a two-part question.
Okay. I might have a two-part answer.
So, NikkNakk.
Mm-hmm.
You have any force fields? It's level 1. Armor upgrade. 200 credits. Second part of that question.
Mhm.
If said force field exists, can we part with 200 credits to give a force field?
Is the second part of my question? Is the second part to me or to the party?
To the party.
Adraxel comes back with his armor and shield and explains what he knows about the robots and puts down a pistol. Adraxel seems to have not bought bullets.
We have a bunch of bullets, don't we?
We have a bunch of silver bullets.
Do you need bullets or do you need batteries? We got.
I'm buying a
We have-
semi-auto pistol.
We have.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have projectile ammo. 90. We have 90 bullets in our stash of projectile
All right,
ammo.
well then he's gonna get lucky because he definitely forgot.
And we also have a tactical battery and 5 commercial batteries.
Yeah, you guys, hell a ton of batteries.
And 5 silver coated projectile ammos.
Does he have any incendiary grenades?
All right. Wait,
yes.
the force field question first.
Yes. Force field. Let me.
Do a luck roll.
Yes.
Mm.
And then also,
We'll talk it over.
yes, there are multiple kinds of grenades that are sitting in front of him. Or not in front of him, but on the armory shelf.
Chris has got a basket, you know, and he's like, "Take one of these."
Exactly. Instead of going apple pick, he's going grenade pick and just like pulling off the tree. Just this is
Got
nice
the
and
little
right.
gingham blanket, you know, sticking out.
Exactly. Sprax or Vito, are you guys looking for anything in particular, or you guys are content with what you have?
I'm content with what I have. It seems like people need more stuff than Vito.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
I got
Now
my
listen.
boots now.
Yeah, you got your grab boots.
I need to diplomacy with my group for a moment, NikkNakk.
Okay, do you need me to leave?
This force field. It's about. It's pricey. It's a bit out of my own personal budget, but I'll pay it forward. As the one that supplies HP to this group, this force field will supply me with HP.
You can have my money. That's fine.
I like that. That's just exactly how the character editor actually goes. Just like you had this whole speech ready, and Vito's just like,
So
just take
it's always
it.
200. All right. You get the
Yeah, I don't
first
mind.
dibs of the Vitality Network when it comes to you.
Nice.
I mean, I don't mind.
It's only 200 credits. It's not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have what? How much credits do you have left,
3.
left now?
505.
Someone's been dipping into it, but we still have 500.
Oh wow, yeah, plenty.
Those mag boots are worth 350. And one of our hypo, we have 2 hypo pins.
Yeah,
They're worth 240.
yeah.
This economy is nuts.
You guys got some loot.
All right.
Who's scooting looting?
All right, Nick,
I'll,
I'll take that force field.
Get me 3 incendiary grenades and 3 frag.
Yeah.
I love how we're gearing up for a heist.
And a smoke grenade.
You're right. The smoke grenade as well,
Shit
please.
always goes sideways.
Let me make sure my armor can actually take an upgrade.
Hey, so it looks like you sell like weapons and armor primarily, but
Yeah.
also I've been kind of watching what you do. But also I've been kind of watching what you do here.
Mhm.
You don't have a hacking toolkit, do you?
Mm,
Sorry, you don't have an extra hacking toolkit, do you?
I do have one that you can use if you bring it back.
No, I can do without. I prefer to have my own. How I do without is sort of sus. So.
And that's a Draxel. You know, I'll pass.
I mean, you can buy mine from me.
A young Larry David.
I
For
will
like
even.
a regular price.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take 20% off since it's used.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, can I take another 16?
Is that all it costs?
After the
It costs
20%.
20 normally.
How much for a tactical? What level are those?
A tactical?
How much for what?
What? He does
So
not have.
toolkits,
He does not have a
toolkits
tactical.
also have levels.
Yeah, he does not have a tactical toolkit. He's just got a regular one he's been using.
Yeah, just like medkits, the base commercial level doesn't give you any bonuses. You just need it to do the check.
Right.
But then there's also tactical. You get a +1, etc.
But no, he just has a regular base one that you can buy for 16.
I mean, I legitimately can do without it, so I think it's fine.
Oh, okay. Fine. You guys
Does
have
Seth
any
have
other
one? Isn't
questions?
Seth a computer?
Yeah,
dude?
he's got one.
Oh, we're fine.
Got any
I
other?
guess the only other thing should we look at Vito trading in one of his 2 identical guns for a different gun?
Seems boring. That's a good question.
That's a good point.
Maybe a set, like a lateral trade. I don't know.
If there's another area heavy gun that is reasonable.
You have a line gun, something fun like that.
I take a line gun. That's fine.
Any gun is available as long as it's level 4 or under.
It's hard to find the just Starfinder guns in the compendium.
Yeah, you have to filter. I pulled the PDF up. There's actually a line pistol.
That's wild.
It's got to. I want a heavy gun for sure. Heavy area.
And I will say the last piece of information that I really got for you guys is they usually have some security that walks around there, but obviously with everything they got going on, they're a little bit more on height awareness. So they got usually it looks like the security backup is usually only a comm call away, but it will take about 20 minutes to arrive to the bank. And that's if a bank worker, looks at you funny, and we're inside the facility, they usually are pretty happy to or quick to call that trigger. So
Good to know. You know anybody with a bank deposit box by chance?
that company.
Get on the ground.
He would if he wasn't in his own house.
Wait a second. How much did we just spend?
I spent 200.
I spent 70.
I also spent 70.
Here, I'll put the 20 credits I have in my pocket.
Back in the.
I'll move it to the.
So I think it's 340. I think that's the math.
NikkNakk, I got a question for you. Feels like maybe you just wanted to make a sale here. Is this for real? Because we just spent more in there than you're going to give us to do this whole damn thing.
I mean, I'm not giving you anything, honestly. You guys are gonna take a portion of your cut, and but I mean, no, this is my just sale. You guys asked if there was anything for sale, and if I knew anything for anyone that had anything for sale, and the person that sells it down here.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm quite offended you would ask, Brax.
Okay, be offended. I'm taking it out of our cut. I'm just going to take more money when we bring it to you. It's fine.
I mean, you can handicap the community if you like, and that's what you want to do.
Tell you what, if I find a phase shield or a force field at the bank, I'll get a full refund from you. That sounds like a fun deal. An easy deal. I find a force shield, you get your item back, and you give me 200 credits.
And I needed to buy armor anyway, so I'm walking around in a t-shirt, so
This is true.
which is an improvement from this morning, but not armor.
He sort of gives you a half-cocked look like, what happened to you this morning?
I don't have the vast majority of my stuff anymore.
Oh. Well,
Okay, NikkNakk. A deal's a deal, a job's a job. We'll bring this branch down together. Let's run through it one more time.
Mhm.
You need us to not steal anything specific.
right.
We just need to get into the vault. Are we breaking into a vault?
Yeah, there's vaults, there's a couple of safes.
We just need to steal shit.
Yeah. Exactly that. And again, everything you guys take, it goes straight to Little Akaton and, like, citizens. It doesn't go anything to me.
All right.
Where is the bank located?
It's actually here. It's within Little Akaton on the south side. There's a freaking massive, I think 30-foot tall replica of the Avatar Corp pyramid on the side of the building.
There is an old Vesk saying,
Uh-huh.
do not defecate where you masticate.
What's that mean?
Don't poop where you eat.
Oh. Well, then don't poop.
Does anyone have any experience with a height?
How hard
Excuse
could
me?
it be to figure out?
Exceedingly difficult.
I mean, if you got good hacking, you can go ahead and take a lot of the security systems away, as you get through this place.
Yes, it is so easy that it's why you've done it. Shut up, little man. I am discussing with my team.
I do have like a lot of the relevant skills. This is sort of a bigger scale than what I've done before, but probably by less than it should be.
Looks like we're
I
about to cause
guess we
some
will
big
consider
trouble.
you the leader.
Little Akaton.
We will take our cues from you.
Okay.
Do not fail. There is a consequence worse than death.
I'm going to take your word on that. Okay. I guess for now, we probably don't want to talk in this guy's armory, I guess.
That would be good.
Sorry, NikkNakk, I got one more question.
Uh-huh.
Do you know any of the victims of this company, of Avatar? Local?
Victims in what capacity? Anyone who can't afford a medicine down here?
Anyone that can afford medicine? Anyone with family who recently maybe passed because they couldn't get their medication.
I mean, probably about 70% of the population down here.
No one in particular. Maybe we can ask around.
I mean, I don't know anyone. I just hear rumblings, and I figured that Jules Comic could send me some people that would seem effective.
Oh, will be effective.
I hope.
Or we'll die.
I hope not.
Come,
Me too.
let's go discuss our strategy.
Yeah, the less I know, the better. That's for sure.
You guys want to grab some
Dumplings, yes.
some dumplings? Moon Puncher might
Moon Puncher, yes.
hook us up. Or Sunny's.
I was thinking
Still pretty-
Sunny's.
Get put to work.
Still pretty early.
I was thinking Sunny's for reasons. This is normally where we go to a Denny's.
Hey, what
so-
time does this bank close? Is it Sunday?
No, bank's open 24 hours, just like most banks here at the station.
Of course. Every day of the week?
Every day of the week, 24/7, 365.
Good.
Were you trying to sound like your best friend?
93.
Yeah.
Oh,
You are incorrect with 365.
sorry.
Let's say Jaxel takes down a note as to what the year cycle is here.
I have a book that says that. I just don't have it on me.
We'll just make it up as we go along.
But anyway, yeah, good luck. And I will say, if security gets there, they're not afraid to shoot first and ask questions later. So, just a heads up.
I'd rather not be detained anyway.
Hey, before we go, can I trade you one of these stellar cannons for that zero cannon? And 40 extra credits, of course.
Yeah, that works.
Sweet.
That's a stellar move there, friend.
See what you did there.
Nice. It's a different damage type too, you know. Never have too many of those.
Sunnies and then dumplings.
And then heist.
Yes.
Freedom.
All right, you guys head to the not Denny's Sunny Sixes.
I gotta say, NikkNakk, it's a lot more helpful than I expected with the welcome him.
So I think on the
Yes.
way, Draxel's explaining like, so first you research the place on the internet, then you go and you scope it out. You figure out who's there, you figure out what their patrols are, you try to find a path through the patrols, then you hack into their system, disable the cameras and the alarm. Basically going through, frankly, a shadow run.
What's that?
Look, NikkNakk said
Yeah,
they got a skeleton crew. I think we just cause a quick distraction.
Honestly, if there are any skeletons there, I think we just leave.
Skeletons are kind of my forte. No, actually, I'm not that kind of.
Not that
not
kind of
really
mystic
cleric.
friend.
I'm kind of like cleric adjacent.
Would you say we have earned a lot of positive will in this community?
I'm not even trained in religion. You know, you're asking the wrong guy. Talk to me about Mayel.
Hearts
Might
and
have a lower
minds is
DC.
what I'm speaking of. Not of faith.
I think so. We've done a number of tasks for people who are, in some cases, like well known among the community, and in some cases helpers, and in other cases just have dumplings, I guess. But the balance is pretty in our favor.
Perhaps we have them stage a protest.
Exactly my thoughts.
Picket
Which is
the
why
bank.
I think we should ask Moon Puncher or Sunny if they know anyone in particular that can lead the community, enrage them with their stories, and nothing too violent, but if they can distract
Yes,
the
no
front of the
violence.
bank, throw
Pick-
some rocks,
Scream, rant, shout.
burn
at
some
them.
Waymos.
Then perhaps there is a way we can emerge inside the vault from below.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to find it, but
I can think clearly, more clearly on a full stomach.
I can as well now that the rain is gone.
Thanks, Justin.
Krusik, you've impressed me.
I was not trying to.
Of course you
In fact,
wouldn't.
I was
but
actively trying to do the opposite.
I've known many Vesk, and I would not call one of them my comrade or my ally. But you, it's been a day. You've helped a community of people you don't know.
All for the glory of the Vescarium.
Nobody
His lip
cares.
quivers a little bit.
Nobody cares, Krusik, about the Veskarium. You're doing
Everyone.
this because it feels good.
I have no feelings. I must use the restroom.
I love that for you.
He'll come around.
Exactly.
You give the kitten eyes.
as you arrive in there, there does look like there is a new set of staff that showed up. There was a help wanted poster on the front of Sunny Six's, but it looks like some temporary staff that is assisting Sunny in running the business, similar to how you guys did yesterday.
I want to check and see if there are any new named dishes that are up there.
No, unfortunately not. There is still just the two named dishes that obviously are freshly made, not the same ones from yesterday, but freshly made, that are still sitting up in the display for people to order.
Out of curiosity, do the new staff have the look of plucky young adventurers?
They sure don't. Probably some
Why do they keep
adventurers
rolling
that probably
D20s?
should have. Some adventurers who probably should have, probably retired from adventuring many, many years ago.
I got child support, man. I ain't never retired.
Exactly.
It's the thing they don't tell you about level 20s.
Exactly. It all looks really good when you can cast Wish and just have infinite money.
Don't ever marry a princess, man. Strains the life right out of you. Can't wait to get back out on the road, son.
Took an arrow
I
to the
look
knee
for
and all.
dragons.
Exactly.
Kill.
Vito Colito uses more than two hands. Good.
It's always a good time.
That's what I saw. I just like a notification pop up. I was like, "What is Vito doing?" Okay. So you guys go ahead and head to Sunny's, like I said. Definitely get a table. Sunny Six does see you guys again and greet you. Let you guys know that it looks like they have a new set of individuals that are helping out. While he can go ahead and find some permanent help. But
Excellent.
it says that if you guys are hungry, your guys' meal is free for today.
We will. Well, I will pay. Is your cook a coward?
I don't know.
Tell him I want the whole left page of the menu.
Let me check to see if they're a coward first. He steps away.
First things first. Hey, would
Skip
you call yourself a coward or no?
Ask your friend, you scared or not?
Like someone ordered like theoretically half the menu.
You
How you feeling
good?
about
Or you leaving? Asking for a friend. P.S. I'm the friend.
Last minute bail.
Exactly.
As he's on the way out, it's like, I'd like okay. I'm gonna go sit.
6 soy calves.
Exactly. Some the nosebleed. Okay. A few moments later, he does come back to say they are not scared, and if you are interested in truly ordering the left side of the menu, they will cook it.
Excellent. That will be my order.
Eggs on the right side, though.
The left side is just mostly salads and appetizers.
The right side then.
Excellent.
Oh, but you love the waffles, and that's on the left.
Waffles are usually on the left.
I will return for the waffles.
Wait, why don't we just get everything for the table?
But then you might eat some of my food.
If we order too much, we're gonna have to step back there to the kitchen. I don't know if we want to do that again. It only pays like 60 credits.
Then we gave back.
So in theory, you paid no credit.
It was our volunteering.
Yeah. But you do guys get to, as Sonny's putting in your guys' order into the little tablet that he's holding. Look, if you guys seriously help me out in a bind when I need it most. And I can't thank you enough for that. You guys really, honestly, kept Sonny open. And this place is where people can go when they are hungry and can't afford food. And for a community like us, that's a lot. So if there's anything I can do to repay you because you guys didn't take my money, please let me know.
If we
Can
are
you-
working on another community service project and needed your help, would you be there?
I mean, I never say yes to anything without knowing the details, but I'm definitely more likely to.
We will fill you in if it becomes necessary.
Yeah.
Can you
After
keep
breakfast.
can you keep the booth behind us and over there empty, and that table that's right next to us? We want to talk in private.
Aren't you telepathic?
I
Could
hate.
we plan a heist in your storeroom?
I mean, if you guys can just like give me like 10 credits, I can make sure that those tables stay empty. Just want to cover the cost and all.
Not a problem. Add it to our bill.
Yeah. Happily.
Great.
And you see him pull over the person that looks covering for you, Vito, who's running around half crazily. Definitely not doing nearly as well as you did.
Less arms.
Yeah, less arms, running into people. But he points over to the table surrounding yours, and the guy nods. And he goes,
Throws his plates down and walks out.
exactly. No, Sonny
Not
gives
again!
Sonny gives you guys a thumbs up before heading back to help prep some food. As he's beginning to put in the very long, as you guys can see now, the print order that's coming out in the back of this freaking mile-long receipt that's now being printed up and hung up. And you can see it touch from like the top of where it gets hung up and goes down and almost touches the floor from the amount of food you guys ordered.
Every time these people come here,
And we give
Who's the chef?
Sunny, we return Sunny 18 thumbs up.
Exactly. You lost so many lives just for you guys walking in.
the chef just stares off into the ceiling, like having flashbacks,
What is
PTSD.
happening? Not again.
That's
So I
probably
guess-
Seth back there right now, isn't it?
Yeah, weirdly, you guys look Seth's back there. No, move over. I got this way better than you do. That's my meals.
I made that shit.
So I guess step one is usually you don't say the heist word to other people.
We
unless they're, like,
say
included in it.
withdraw.
Or a heist.
or you probably don't talk about the bank at all, unless it's with one of the people who's involved.
Everyone here knows Vesk, right? Amy starts to talk in Vesk, like a, I don't know,
Like it's not.
you know, they're basically jerkonic lizard people.
Dang.
As he's talking, like you can just see like Chris like.
It's a very rough.
The accent is
No,
terrible.
I'm sure Raimi's accent is perfect. It's just hearing it spoken by a non.
I've been subjugated
By-
by my entire life.
I'm sure he speaks Vesk with a perfect accent. It's just like,
Thanks, I hate it.
how dare you speak my native language with such eloquence?
So well.
I guess.
Speak Patra. Does anybody speak Patra?
Makes me hate you less.
Do I speak Patra? No.
It was a required language in our schooling.
Pacha was required.
They taught us that when the Vesk begged for mercy, we should hear their pleas.
The reasons that I was given were very different. Adraxel responds in Vesk, but they were very prominent in the region at one point, so it did seem like a practical thing to be taught.
Vito, do you also know?
I think Skittermander's get them too.
Yeah, I think it's
Pretty much
Oh, I
all
definitely know
the
Vesk.
enslaved ancestries.
That's my second favorite language.
Let me look at Seth.
Oh wow, I speak Patra.
Well, there you go.
You have to. If
Probably
you
for the same reasons I do.
Exactly. You
Speak
gotta,
Vesk.
you gotta know what you're ruling over. You know what I'm saying? What is that under? Is that proficiencies?
It's just if
Languages?
you go to the main sheet, it's right under
It's
languages.
on the cover page.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. So sorry. Seth also in Vesk begins to say, "Yeah, I do."
The common of the other system, planetary system.
Exactly. The other common Vesk.
Sort of like how everything has sort of a Latin root. in a lot of the world.
Exactly. Exactly.
Basically. So I guess we're actually speaking Vesk.
Yes, because Sprax also speaks Vesk, so the entire party speaks Vesk.
I guess one way to look at this is now that we've established that this is a pretty common second language.
Maybe don't speak to it.
We're so stealthy, guys. We're speaking Spanish. Nobody
I mean,
will catch it.
What?
No
Vito,
one will ever
Vito, take a
know.
hero point for me, please.
Okay.
I mean, are there any other Vesks or Patra or Skittermanders in this restaurant?
There's not.
So we're fine. Nobody else would know it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
whatever.
just ignore the Kasatha that's also currently speaking Vesk.
Well, what are the odds? What are the odds of two Kasathans speaking Vesk?
Well, I can tell you that none of them are within a table of us, so just don't talk too
Or
loud.
Sheeran.
Or Sharon, exactly.
Yeah, the Sharon bit was that he's got very high intelligence.
Not everybody's got a +4 intelligence.
Exactly.
Wait, can't you just like talk directly to our minds?
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
but you can't do it to me, right? And I don't want you to say the word heist. Well,
Everything is
somebody's
going to just have to be filtered through you.
That sounds exhausting.
Raby said this. Sprax says this.
Okay, so instead of heist, we're saying trip for ice cream.
To
Say
Sunny,
banquet
we're
style.
saying nothing.
Okay.
To Sunny, we're talking about our order and our shift yesterday.
I feel like we're planning on a heist. How we can get away with talking about a heist.
Yeah, probably from people who would be in favor of us stealing from these guys.
Yeah, when we know that, we can talk to them about it. But for now, we don't know what we're doing.
Hey, Sully!
Stop!
Oh, sorry, I thought you were one of the
Sonny-
Northerners in on it.
Sonny doesn't respond.
All right, if you want to, whatever. I'm gonna. He takes out his comm and starts doing some research.
That is funny.
So yeah, I'd like to access Infosphere and see what I can pull up about the bank, about are there like underground tunnels in Little Akiton?
Now we're playing Shadowfinder.
Shadowfinder, yes.
But basically, yeah, doing the Shadowfinder research.
It's not Star Runners. Okay. Do you have the action?
Stars?
Yeah, we run the stars. What? Hold on.
I put the action in chat. It doesn't give me a thing to roll, but I'm gonna guess it's computers.
Infosphere
Or
is
recall
basically a
knowledge?
knowledge check with computers.
Yeah. It's still recall knowledge, so use the recall knowledge button. But it's just gonna be based off computers, which I still think is a +8 for you.
Yep. Recall knowledge also doesn't give you a thing because it doesn't know what skill you need.
Oh, boo. We'll just go to computers hidden to me.
Hey Rami, this might be a good time for me to have a +1.
Ooh.
Okay.
I will allow it.
I forget the thing that you do, but
I'll sing a little jingle and cast guidance.
Do you sing the song in Vesk?
Yes.
Say
It's very
yes.
ugly and
Dang.
There's a little tear that forms in the corner.
a Jaxel's looking
Cruz-
at the internet.
Crucix hasn't heard that song since they were a mere lizard.
There he goes,
And it
searching
was
the
not sung so
infosphere,
beautifully.
Exactly.
looking on info to
Okay.
deal from the bank.
I'm debating if that's worth hero pointing. I think rolling a 9 there's a lot of downside. So
That's fair. Okay. And you're exactly looking to see if there's any sort of hidden, like, underground passage or anything like that in Little Akaton, right?
I mean, step 1 would be what's the publicly available information about the bank,
Okay. Let me pull
and
that
like
information up.
can I devise a floor plan from that and the like. And then step 2 is, are there buildings that are immediately adjacent to it? Are there tunnels that we might be able to access, et cetera, et cetera?
Indeed.
Can I also do that for like the Chase Bank that's around the corner?
What?
Just Google search
The Abadar
any underground
Bank?
accesses to the bank around the corner from my house.
Mm.
That's what I love about Starfinder or Shadowrun campaigns. Searching the internet for ways to break into a bank.
I mean, floor plans are typically things that need to be registered with the city, so
Yeah.
that's typically something that you can get. Are there tunnels under my city? Would also be something I would expect to be able to Google.
Yeah,
Well, they
so
should be
that's
part of public record as well,
yeah.
like for sewer systems and blueprints and all that good stuff. I mean, in like a regular world.
Trying to say that's not a
don't know.
regular world.
I don't know about Absalom Station if they've got like a whole municipality that enforces that shit.
But you do. I mean, you guys do know. Vito was shown some hidden tunnels, or hidden access paths, by some kids that were showing you around Little Akaton. So that you guys do know there are some, as far as just like a base understanding of it.
Oh shoot! I forgot about that.
One thing you got when you guys pull up the floor plans and stuff, there is a basement, to this vault, or to this branch, the Golden Vault branch. It does look like there is a generator. It doesn't show where the generator is in the map, but there does look like there is some sort of icon for a generator, maybe like a little power emblem on it. There is a ramp that leads underground, to a concrete vault that is part of it that you guys do gather some information on. The ceiling's 10 feet high, lined with steel panels in the vault. It doesn't look like there's any sort of air ducts or anything like that, but it does have the same little electrical symbol sort of generator inside of the vault itself. Does look like there's a employee break room. Multiple hallways, obviously, as well as 4 small offices, a meeting room, an employee break room, and a security room. And then, obviously, the main lobby, as far as a blueprint for all of that.
I guess, would there be a recall knowledge?
And with
wondering
that
if it's-
recall knowledge, by the way, it was you guys will actually get the. I'll show you before showing any of the adversaries for anything on that. When we get to that scene, I'll actually let you see the whole thing, the whole map layout, so you guys could more or less see the blueprint for it. But you guys do find a blueprint nonetheless.
Okay. And I guess for the stuff that's not publicly available, like, would there be a recall knowledge for what's the usual security at a bank? Either in like society or an intelligence-based thievery.
Yeah, you could actually it usually has a set of the security guards that are security that is security guards that are in golden power armor, but that is part of what NikkNakk was saying, that the security is currently off site, dealing with the golden vault, where it funds most of Abadar Corp's main funds, but with the power flicker and stuff like that, they're not sure. Like, they were having some issues with keeping the vault closed, so a lot of their their resources went towards the golden vault. But like I said, so they're about 20 minutes away from a phone call if they need it.
Okay. So I think Adraxel goes quiet for like 10 minutes and then comes back and lays all this out. And I would say this is probably the most like coherent and proficient and organized that y'all have ever seen Adraxel. He seems like, hey, planning this thing? Yeah, I'm good at this.
I was just gonna say that might take longer than 10 minutes if we're going like into an in-depth infosphere. It says up to like hours for larger investigations.
Yeah.
Depending on how it takes, I can heal up the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean,
Every 10 minutes, I can give out 14 HP.
I mean, most of it is very public records. So I would say it would probably take roughly about 30 to 40 minutes, because a lot of this is, again, very public, but more of it's gathering it, compiling it into a place where it's cohesive for you guys to use as a plan is probably the most that it's taking for this. But like I said, it takes probably about 30 to 40 minutes for these to go through. So you could definitely toss out, I would say, 4, if you want to choose 4 people to do some healing on there.
It's like this whole time while we're waiting on our food, Draxel's going off on the infosphere, just rambling about blueprints and shit. Raimi is just like almost in like this transic state with just kind of jamming out. You know, when people just tap on shit when they're just don't know what to do with their hands. And he'll start trying to key in other people to jam with them every like moment or so. And I'll dish out a good handful of HP here.
Okay.
I think we might be able to get everyone up to full health. 2 to Draxel.
And after 40 minutes, Adraxel starts building like a model.
Add like the soul shakers and stuff, like just like
yeah. And the entirety of the model is built around essentially a plan to steal Krusik's bacon. It's like, so this is the vault, right? So this is obviously the most highly defended part.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We get ketchup. Working on the table. What's 4 times 14?
Jeez.
Fucking
That basic arithmetic getting you every time.
There's
It's all right,
someone
we-
inside of the.
We didn't even
bank
make it to level 3 before I had to bust out the calculator.
have the
Welcome to
ability
Pathfinder.
To grant us access to the vault.
Sorry, Krisik?
Does someone inside of the bank possess the credentials to give us access to the vault?
Usually, but not everybody. There would be a few individuals who would have the ability to do that. But sometimes during business hours, vaults are just open and have security around them, because opening it and closing it every time you need to go in there is just a lot of effort. But with them being short-staffed, I don't know if it would be opened or closed.
Looking at the blueprint, how close is the security office to the vault?
Sorry, I'm looking at the map real quick.
You know, everyone's full HP. Yeah, I didn't even need all 40 minutes.
Nice. Topped up, ready to go.
The funny thing is, for that to work mechanically, you can't refocus unless you've used one of your refocus spells. So I'm also casting Anthem this whole time.
I love
Because
it.
I have to cast Anthem in order to refocus, and my Vitality Network restores to full when I refocus.
So once every 10 minutes, we just get very effective at eating our food.
That's what I heard.
I can sustain it the whole time.
All right.
+1. Hey, you could probably add that to your search.
Let me know when you guys could see this. Can you guys see the new map?
I am on a map that
Oh.
I do not have visibility on.
Oh boy.
Yep, me too.
Okay, hold
Are we in a
Nice.
dark room somewhere? Do you have to put our tokens in?
on. I was
Yeah, it
just-
said I had no token, so I don't know if that's.
Yeah, we won't be able to see it unless you put your tokens in, but I think there's a way if you click on the scene that you can just like reveal it. But that might also reveal tokens, like enemies and stuff.
Can you guys see it now?
No.
How about now?
There
Yes.
we go.
All right,
There
so
we
this is so it doesn't have any obviously any tokens or anything, but you guys do see the floor plan here. And I will go ahead and pull up what each scene or which each area is. One moment, please. All right, so E1 is obviously the lobby area right here. E2 is the employee only section. So you have multiple different small offices that are going across on the top side and the left side here. You have a meeting room, which is this far end right here, the employee break room, and then right here is the security office. And then E5? No. E5 is the basement. E3, which is way over here, is the vault.
It looks like that stairs at the end of that hallway go to that vault. Then, so that must be upper or lower level. You see that?
Yeah, the one that goes to the far right.
I
That
think this
stairs?
staircase goes here
Let me look
or
real
something.
quick. E2.
Because it's just like otherwise it looks like it's a courtyard
yes,
or something.
yes. So that is the path that goes into. They just put on one thing, but that
Yeah.
stairs goes down into the vault area.
It's interesting.
And the vault is surrounded by a lot of concrete.
Yes.
The typical job of a vault door is to be harder to remove than the wall around it, but this wall will also be very hard to remove.
And the bank never closes, correct?
Correct. It's open 24 hours.
Okay.
They run on the skeleton crew. As soon as we got 20 minutes to get in and then get out.
I think we'd like to never reach that point. At the point that people see us, we're in real big trouble.
Which means I can't spend 10 minutes on medicine.
So don't get shot. That's what they're saying.
That's true. That's true.
But if we can get in, if we can cause a ruckus, shut down the generator, or access the security panel or something, that should buy us a lot of time. If we can get in as a customer. But no one around here seems like they would have any kind of deposit box.
Also, we would then be on camera.
Yes, every single. You guys can actually see the cameras that are sort of everywhere in these corners.
So,
So all
Yeah,
cover our
if we do
faces.
it quickly, that's probably fixable.
we just wear bandanas.
If you were a customer, it would be odd to come in wearing a bandana.
Well, don't we have like a disguise spell?
Do they have a rival bank or
Come
something?
on, Draxel.
I mean, yeah. There's all the mega corporations have their own individual banks.
Like, why don't we just dress up and pretend that we're some other mega corporation and then just, then it doesn't come back on us or the community.
Stick them on each other.
I think it would be best if we could remain as inconspicuous as possible for as long as possible.
Yes, but I'm a hyperactive skittermander with 2 giant guns.
Obviously, you would have to conceal them.
Don't they fit in your backpack?
As what?
You could be my pet.
Oof.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty normal, but where are the guns going?
I'm sure you will figure it out.
I'm trying to figure it out by suggesting we go in as another Megacorp team.
So this.
Let me see one
I
of
don't know
those.
if
And
it's-
Raimi
how do you
reaches over,
ping?
Just click and
grabs
hold.
the gun.
Okay.
Raimi grabs one of
This area right here.
the guns, puts a flower on top of the gun hole.
This
Says
right
it's
here?
a bouquet.
E5.
What is that?
E5 is the basement.
So is that connected to the vault in any way?
No. So it's actually going to be connected. If you guys go through this employee door, head down the hallway. It's actually right here. So
So
this right. Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. The right staircase is the one that goes
Hear
into the vault, and the one that's connected here goes down to the basement. So it's, 15 feet from its staircases apart, 20 feet staircases apart.
So,
but-
if we create a distraction, and then we come in through the basement, we will be close to the entrance to the bank, to the vault. It will also allow us to access the security room and deal with and detain any security personnel. Then we can head into the vault. This is where the Sheeran will need to shine as to disable all of the equipment. Is this within your capabilities?
Yes. Quickly. Really depends how much access you have from the security room.
Excellent. So, if we have access to shut down a lot of it from the security room, we can take that opportunity to do as much as we can. That way, when we get inside, we'll have minimal threats to deal with.
Yeah.
But our distraction will need to be big to draw the employees from the back out to the main floor. I'm thinking the windows on the west side stage a large protest.
Do we see these camera locations? I can see cameras on the map. If those are accurate.
They are going to be accurate, but they are not listed within the blueprint.
Okay. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What are these things?
Ping one more time.
Probably light posts.
Those are light posts. Sorry, I had to look at the sheet.
What's the roof look like?
How's parking?
Parking, spacious. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I'm looking up the stuff here. All right, so the roof is 20 feet up. And has a, I believe, yes, completely like flat roof. So no like lights looking down or anything like that, or like glass up above, but completely flat roof, about 20 feet up.
No skylights or anything?
No skylights, unfortunately.
So I wish I was like a prepared
Prepared
spellcaster.
caster.
Well, I
Let me
mean, I
level
guess
up beforehand so I can change my spells.
Yeah, I got you.
well, the good news is for after this, you'll be a cat burglar. So
On that note, we'll go ahead and call it for our session for tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming, hanging out. Really do appreciate it. We'll be back next week with another episode of We Run the Stars. Hopefully, you have a full cast ready for this wonderful, wonderful heist that you guys got started up here. So thank you guys again. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys check out Adventure Dice and use code JBruce for 10% off your order. Also, if you guys are interested in going to be at Gen Con, the cast, some of the cast of Indie by Night is going to be at Gen Con. We're going to be doing a live show down at Lucas Oil, so make sure to come on by and swing on and say hello if you're interested. So it's going to be about half the tickets are already sold, so make sure to grab them while you can because they're filling up very quickly. So other than that, guys, we will see you guys next week, and I hope you have a great rest